Okay, so we talked about food security, specifically food insecurity throughout the globe as one of the most important issues plaguing the world right now. And this finds its source in a number of processes that are specific to globalization, specifically with poverty, which can be the result of war, changes to the environment, and to the economy. Developing countries and nations tend to be the most affected by this issue, primarily because this is where poverty is most highly concentrated, and also because these countries are the most negatively affected by the process of globalization.
We talked again about how crucial this issue is. It's because it's related to human health, health and survival, because you have to have clean water and food to survive. At the most primary level, individuals are starving while many are living in extreme excess of food. It's such a global priority because there exists enough resources to provide every human with food. If there's so many in excess, we have enough for everyone to have some. Yet there's at least 850 million individuals who experience food insecurity every day.
Many of these factors have to relate to companies and to corporations. In a survey 2005, 15 companies control over 30% of the food market, and the increase in calories and the increase in refined carbohydrates is what also links to health concerns like type 2 diabetes, obesity, and most of this calorie increase is just from refined grains. And most of the things to actually have a good diet to actually provide for food security and nutritional content would actually put more strain on the current infrastructure as things aren't changed for it. So in order to actually deal with food quality and deal with food security accurately, you'd have to change the entire infrastructure of corporations and government, expenditures.
Okay, like they talked about in the environment, economic aspect portion, this issue of global food insecurity is a result of different types of globalization, specifically economic and environmental. Economic, because of the global market and that's increased in nations, many communities are now producing non-native crops, which are not sustainable for the communities and for their food security. It may be making a profit in the short run, but it won't be in the long run. Also for the environment, climate change is having a great effect on food security, specifically in Asiatic cultures. Rice culture is so prevalent, and with changing climate and like the monsoon season, this is affecting their food security. And also with like Inuit cultures in northern Canada and Alaska, melting of those regions is affecting their hunting and fishing. Yeah.
So we came up with just some ideas to possibly bring about more food security for people. And we said first, like, there really just needs to be an awareness that this is an issue. And so we need to educate everyone so that they know that they can help. We talked a lot about how we need to develop organizations that have sustainability as a primary focus and make organizations differentiate between whether they're providing relief or helping development and find out what is most beneficial to that area, and have community-specific action plans that assess the assets and needs of a community so that the way they can form solutions from that. And we talked about having more of a global partnership to promote working with people in other areas rather than just giving them aid, so we can have like positive globalization. And lastly, we think we should take advantage of this global communication and social media that we have to spread the ideas and get more people involved in development.